Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Act 9.1.4, Path number 2, the Thunderstruck Path. The nodes are going to be Power Technician, Thunderstruck, Avarice, Special Chaos Inversion, and Adamant Axiom. The defenders are going to start with Iceman and Beast, followed by Punisher and Yellow Jacket, and ending up with Black Cat and Domino. Your best champions are going to be your tech champions with armors and shocks. Armors will help you power drain the opponent with Power Technician and you will gain Fury, increasing your damage. And the shocks will help you bypass the Thunderstruck node, so champions with armor and shock with tech are the best options. There are more options that you can use that can apply shocks like Mole Man and Jane Foster to name a few. But I would say suggest to your tech options, and the top options in my opinion will be Warlock, Nimrod and Shuri. Boost in masteries, try to use them if you're using 6-star champions because 7 stars only get the damage boost and the health pools are crazy here. The boss island is going to be Lady Deathstrike, Black Widow, Clairvoyant and Vox, and we are going to attempt Lady Deathstrike, so we will check it out later in the video. The first fight is going to be against an Iceman. Now, I'm sure 90% of the community will bring in a Warlock if they have one because he's going to be your cold snap immune. And you will notice every time I'm going to parry Iceman, I'm going to get a Fury on me, increasing my damage by 30%. Then I can get 10 of those Furies, so I can essentially increase my damage by 300%. Now, the way this works is you build up a few of your infections on Iceman and have an SP1 ready. And just you throw that SP1 out and that applies shocks on Iceman. Now the shocks linger on for a little while, and during the shocks are applied, he takes extra damage and 100% damage from every hit that you land on the opponent. So it's just a SP1 spam with an Iceman. One thing to be careful about though is when Iceman uses a special, I find the safest strategy is just to block. No need to dex, no need to dash forward and dex back with the inverted controls. All you need to do is to block, just block it out and you should be good. And then the extra damage from all of those shocks can take over and you can kill off Iceman. Some other options I've given you as well, but remember most of them are not cold snap immune, so you will take some damage in the beginning, so be ready for that. Apart from that, this fight can be done with a really good tech champion like Warlock with armors, and you should be good here. Just be wary about the cold snap in the beginning, and just apply the SP1s if you're just using Warlock, and the shocks will take over and Iceman will take extra damage. Next fight is going to be against a Beast, and I'm gonna just bring in a Nimrod because Nimrod is like a natural counter to your mutants, and he also has armor up, so he fits really perfectly. All I'm doing is using parry, 3-hit combos and building up to my SP2, while the protocols are also up to 10 and as many armors I can get. Soon as I had all of those armors and protocols up to 10, I go into eradicate mode and just throw my SP2 out and look at that damage with that shock. 1 SP2 and Beast is down to 55%. I'm gonna rinse and repeat that, and I'm gonna throw that special and take him out. The only thing here is when Beast will use a special attack, I would say try to just block it. I know it will be difficult with muscle memory. I struggled a lot like with inverse control special attacks, but I found out the best way is because usually when they're inverse controls, they are not unblockable. So you can just simply block it off and you should be good. Here we are, bring out another SP2 with 10 of those Furies and eradicate mode active, and there goes Beast. Next defender is going to be Punisher OG. We are going to bring in a Shuri here. Now this fight might take a little bit of time for me to build up my shocks on the Punisher. Remember that there's going to passive and active shocks, both of them, but once I have them built up, this fight goes by pretty quick. So the simple way to get this fight done is to just spam your SP1 and then just block the specials. No need to evade them. No need to do anything extra or fancy. You can just simply evade them, or you can simply block them and you should be good. All those all those specials will not do much block damage because mostly using tech champions that have a lot of block. And you can also parry the opponent to get those furies, but because Shuri does not have an active armor, so she will not get that advantage of getting furies from the node whenever she parries the Punisher. So other options have also given in. You can use champions with armor ups to get those furies with power technician if you want to finish the fight faster. But I find Shuri is really good for this fight. She takes a little bit longer, but she's able to take out any defender with all those shocks, and we need shocks for that Thunderstruck. And I'm just going to block the specials, and just like that, I'm up to 10 and 22 passive shocks. I will be able to take Punisher out. Fight number 4 is going to be a yellow jacket, just a regular yellow jacket fight, nothing too difficult about it. The difficulty will be when he uses a special attack and you try to evade. You are definitely going to fail that because the spacing is important with the SP1 and also with the SP2. So here that is the threat. I would simply tell you block all the specials from yellow jacket. They are not going to be unblockable, so there is no harm in blocking. And because you would have armor ups on you, you can always keep him down from 1 bar of power by doing all the parries and getting those furies. And yeah, because of the armor up, you should be able to easily tank any kind of specials thrown your way too. But if you premeditate the special, you can also evade it by dashing forward during the special attack because your controls are reversed. So yeah, just like that, Yellow Jacket is down to 55% health. All I'm doing is building up those infections, and when I have infections ready, I just throw my SP1 and that applies shocks on Yellow Jacket, and he takes 100% damage during the shock phase. So just rinse and repeat that and you're able to take Yellow Jacket down. And for the specials again, let me repeat. Try not to evade them much because you might make a mistake. Just try and go ahead and block them and you should be good. And there's also this nuclear mode in which if you are near Yellow Jacket, he's going to apply damage to you. So when that mode is activated, just dance around, don't attack him, and you should be good. At the tail end of the path, we have a Black Cat. Now, I really use a champion that is immune to bleeds, because if Black Cat catches you with a special attack, she can apply some really nasty and potent bleeds. But I am going in with the Shuri. I'm going to do the same thing, build up my shocks and then spam my SP1. That will give me guaranteed crits with the precision, and the crits will help me bring down Black Cat faster because the Thunderstruck is already activated with the shocks. And if she's going to throw any special attacks, I'm going to block them anyway. Or if I premeditate them, I can evade them as well. But I'm sure if you block them, that should also work fine for you. So just like that, Black Cat is down to 73%. Shocks are active. We are doing 100% damage. All we need to do is to take care about the specials from Black Cat, and we should be good. She is going to be down to 50%, and then we will take her out. And then we'll move on to the last fight, that is going to be a very nasty Domino. So I'll see you there, guys. And the last fight before the boss is going to be a Domino. Now I am bringing in a Nimrod here. Nimrod is a really great counter. Make sure before you start the path you bring in a counter for her, because that's a lot of damage with her HP. So she's going to do a lot of crit fill damage to you. So just be wary about that. Make sure that you try to keep her below 1 bar of power. Just keep parrying her so you can power drain her. And with Nimrod, I am just going to throw my special stews as soon as I get them so I can do all of that damage. The Unstoppable helps me. I made a mistake there with the special control inversion, but I was able to then run away from it. Otherwise, that would have been a lot of damage. So just here, again, building up to an SP2 and taking Domino out. Some other options that I've also mentioned can work as well. Omega Sentinel should be amazing here also with her debuffs, but you will need synergy with it for the shocks. Some other good champions that can work against Domino, one can be a Warlock. Warlock will be amazing. You can also use Iron Man Infamous. Hulkbuster is another option, so all of these champions work. And the final boss fight is going to be against a Lady Deathstrike. Now the nodes here are going to be Arc Overload, so every 25 seconds she will gain a regen and an armor up. There's also Right Back added, so if you knock her down, she is going to go debuff immune for 5 seconds. Dazed and Confused, if you use if you parry her twice within 7 seconds, the second time you parry, you're going to get a falter that will cause you to miss. Then there's also Aggressive, she's going to be super aggressive. So I am using a Shuri here. My whole strategy here, because I can apply passive shocks. The passive shocks are not removed by the damaging by the debuff immunity when you knock down Lady Deathstrike. So my plan is to just keep applying those shocks and build them up to 50 and then let the shocks take over to Lady Deathstrike. I don't need to worry about the regen here because I am running 3x3 Despair, and the shocks will do the rest of it and slowly take out Lady Deathstrike. It's a slow fight with Lady Deathstrike, but it's one that is very easily doable. So if you have a Shuri, she is amazing. On the same concept, you can also use Kate Bishop with her passive Cold Snap. She works really well too. And with the constant knockdowns, you don't need to worry that your Cold Snaps will be removed. And she also has the ability to parry Lady Deathstrike with her evade, and then you can use a heavy attack, so she's also a very safe option. Now if you want to brute forces, you can always go with Hercules and Adam Warlock and not worry about anything else for the knockdown or anything, because both of them don't depend on damage over time. Then they can do a lot of damage within a short period and take out the opponent. If you want to go the Mystic route, because there is a node here, the Throne, that helps you with Mystic champions. When you knock down Lady Deathstrike with a Mystic champion, you apply a 5-second Fate Seal on the opponent, so that's one of the nodes. So you can use Dr. Doom here with his heavy attacks. It is going to take a bit quite longer for this fight, but you should be able to do it. And there's also America Chavez. You can always use her because she has a heavy attack within her 5-hit combo, and also she can knock down with her heavy because that stun is also passive. The debuff immunity will not work there. So I hope you guys find this helpful. We are taking out Shuri with Lady Deathstrike easily. So I'll see you up on the next video, that is going to be the Scourge path. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.